Alrighty, let's see what we can get done today. I'm going to mute my phone real quick. And then make sure our sound and everything's doing good. Alrighty. I think I'm going to try something that I normally do on Twitch. I'm going to try it on YouTube and see how you guys feel about it. It does real well on Twitch. How many have ever heard of the game Would You Rather? Would you rather run, no walking, a half marathon in wooden shoes, or bicycle 200 miles with no seat, just the post sticking up? Alright, that's one to think about. You can leave your answers in the comments. You can't use neither. You have to pick one or the other. I'll read it again later on in the stream. But would you rather run, no walking, a half marathon in wooden shoes, or bicycle 200 miles with no seat, just a post sticking up? Leave your answers in the comments. And why? Why did you pick that one? Alright. Alright, so what we're going to work on today is building I'm sitting in a passenger seat at the moment. Here we'll go to third person. See there? Now you get to see me. Yeah, I was just sitting in a passenger seat. I've already started with some solar panels. Did a little grinding into the side of the mountain. I like building into sides of mountains. Adds a little extra protection. You can see over on the right hand screen the MECSA station, which is 25 kilometers. So that's a good distance over that direction. Right over there. So that's a good little ways. I've got our rover, which is down there. So I've been flying back and forth, mining all of this. Now we have a O2 generator, a survival kit, and a refinery and an assembler. Just the basic, both of them. So we're kind of limited on what we can build. If we go in here and we look at production, we're limited on what we can build, but that'll get us started anyways. So like I talked about on the basic and controls. We're going to kind of go over them as we're doing them. We're going to pull up our drill, which is just arrow up. So just pushing the up button. And we'll go in and get some more stone by pushing our R2 and holding our square button. That way we're collecting our stones as we're drilling through there. We'll go over here. We'll get rid of our stones. It'll automatically go into the basic refinery, which is down here, and it'll refine it into the various different components, which is our iron, our gravel, which is a byproduct, our nickel, and our silicone. Pick up some more stones by pushing our square button. We'll drill out some more, because we're going to need to drill in here pretty good if we're going to build a actual base. And that's what we're going to work on, is just getting enough materials to get in here. Pick up these stones that fell up underneath here, so it doesn't give us any problems later on when we're trying to build. I think I got them all. Nope, there's some more. Alright. Might as well empty, because we ain't going to be able to pick up too much more. And one of the things that I talked about, and I said we'll get into later, is building getting our production queued up. So if we know what we're going to build next, which, let's see, we'll probably, well, we're going to need some kind of way to make food. And I did switch over to the basic panel over on the left bottom. So the top is our health, which is the little plus sign. Food is next, which looks like a knife and fork. Our energy, which is the lightning bolt. Our oxygen, which is O2, and H2 is our hydrogen. And it shows the extra tanks that we have right above the hydrogen, since we do have extra tanks. But one of the things that we're going to want to build is our food. To get to that, to get to this screen, we push our left toggle, we push it down, and then we take our R1 and R2 to go back and forth. All right. So from inside here, we are looking for productions and medical. Take our left joystick and you can move around it, just toggling through it. So there's our food. Hey, popcorn. How's it going, buddy? Alright, so inside here, then we will push our, down at the bottom where it says build planner, we don't have anything in the build planner at the moment. I'll give you a minute to find it. It's underneath all those different components that we're going to need and how many we need of it. And then we've got use and add and remove to the build planner. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and add that to our build planner by pushing the square button. The squares add, the triangles remove. Alright, so now we've added it to the build planner. So we let off of it and we go back to our hands and we'll push R1. We go over to our menu here, go into production. Nope. We go to the center here using our little joystick back and forth. That will pull all the components that are in our build planner. We go down. This adds the components from our build planner into our production. So if we look at production right now, in our production queue, we don't have anything. In inventory, we don't have anything. So we come back over here, go down, we add it to it. Now if we go over to our production, you see all those components are now added to our production queue, and it's going to start making them. And it shows up in our inventory. Hey, Sean. How's it going, buddy? So it adds everything into our production, and our production starts making everything that we need. Once everything's made, then we can come over here to the inventory. And right there in the middle, it says withdraw all components for the build planner. We can push that, and everything goes over there. Everything that we need. So now we're able to, give me just a second. Now we're able to go back in, pull up our food processor, click on it, and we can come along here and figure out where we want to put it. For right now, where do I want to put this thing? It's got a port on the back. And a port on the top. Now, since for right now, I may because I can always grind it down and then use everything later. So for right now, I may just sit it right here so that we can. And to place it, I push my R2 button, and that places it. Now we'll pull up using our left toggle, push down on it. Hang on, I gotta get my doggy back up here. All right. Push down on it and then get our hand back by pushing R1. It's muscle memory for me, so I have to stop and. All right, so we need to pull up our welder because all it did was build a simple basic frame. Now our welder, we're going to take our little arrows, go over, that pulls up our welder. Now we already have everything in inventory on us, so we can just go up to it, push R2, and start welding. And it shows the progression bar on the side, and it shows how many PCUs it takes. Now you're limited on console to 50,000 PCUs, which sounds like a lot, but if you start building really big stuff, then before you know it, you've reached your PCU limit. Then you'll have to start grinding down. See, I haven't built these, so if you look at these here, these all take just metal plates. It says steel plates, and I need 25 of them to complete it. I need 24 more on all of these to finish building. And it's not necessary because these are light armor right now, so it's not necessary. The reason I build inside a cavern, inside the side of a mountain, is because there are enemies that are out here. And if my base gets attacked and they shoot up my solar panels, they're cheap to make. It doesn't take much to make it. Light armor, it's cheap to make. So the further in ground I can get and get all my survival kit, eventually I'll put a medical bay inside there, and that will take care of getting rid of that. I'll have a much bigger oxygen, because this is just an oxygen generator. It's just a little small one. I'll have a bigger one in there with some tanks. Same thing with my assembler and my refinery. They'll all get in there and they'll be much bigger. Now in here, this is our food. So we're going to put in our grain. We'll go ahead and add it, and our fruit. And then also the reason I stuck it out here was because I want to go in here. Now from here, I can choose which one I want inside the build planner. Let's open that back up. All right. All right, so we've got food processor. Now if we take our arrows up, go up, there's our algae farm. Now algae doesn't take any effort, okay? We put it down, and the port for it is right there on the bottom. So I left at the top, I left an opening right there. So this just needs sunlight, and then it'll start making algae, which will go directly into my food processor. Once the recipe's reached, which is four algae for, yeah, I need steel plates. 4 algae for 1 crisp. And I've got some steel plates. Okay. So let me grab my steel plates here real quick. And we'll get this frame built. Okay. Once the frame is built, I can take my welder, go up to it, and I'll take my L2 button and I'll tap it. Now it says components are added to the build planner. Now just like before, we can come over here, we can pull it up, add the components to our build planner by going in here to the middle right there. It says add components to your build planner and push X. Now all the components will get in there. Now you see that one that's like a light pink? That's the computer. So we're going to need more stone. It actually tells you specifically you need silicone and iron ingots. Those two things are low on because they're red. So right now we just need more silicone. So let's gather up some more stone. And we're gonna throw it in there. And you hear it firing up, getting ready. All right, remember you can squat down. Hey, Shadow. You can squat down by pushing your circle button, which gets you closer to the ground. Now I'm pushing my R2 and my square, and I'm collecting stone as I drill. And you hear inventory full. We'll put more stone in there, come down here, grab some more. So yeah, there's some grinding to be done. But once we get to the point where we get in here some, we can go in and build a drill that will automatically drill for us and then feed into the pipes, so we're not having to hand mine it by ourselves. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm rolling your way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are going to bingo. And I got you a thing of canned goods again.
Okay, doke.
Yeah, we're just, we need to pass Carter Coomer's house.
Okay, good, because I'm live streaming, so
No,
I'll need to wrap it up.
okay, well, like I said, we just backed up the driveway.
Okay.
Okay, see you in a little bit.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye-bye.
Back. All right. So we'll add some more stone to it. Check on our production. We still need more bulletproof glass, which is what that is. So we need some more silicon. If we can find silicon and mine just silicon, that's the best way to do it. But since we're needing, I hope you're all right. Haven't seen you. Well, see, I was in your streams, but the chat's not been working. I don't know if you knew that or not. YouTube's chat's been messed up for the past couple days. It wasn't until last night, late this morning, early, that they actually got it fixed. Because I was in somebody's stream last night, and the whole stream started working. Yeah, it's working fine now. But I was in somebody's stream last night. The chat started working, and we was like, hey. But the thing is, it was all in Spanish. Everything I would type, I would see it regular, but as soon as it showed up in chat, it was in Spanish. Everybody, there was like 250 some odd of us, and all speaking Spanish. And I don't know how many of us actually knew Spanish. After a while, we just started having fun with it and playing and just typing anything and everything. I think I've typed like cat and dog and just to see what it how it showed up on there. Because I knew hi was, or hello was hola, and so it was like you had a lot of people just typing hi in the chat, but then it's like, well, let's type something weird. So yeah, it became interesting. So this is similar to Farming Simulator, where you're just going to watch someone, for the time being, farm land. My suit energy's low. Did you see how it showed up on red? And it shows over on the side. So what we have to do, whoops. So what we have to do is come up here, go to our survival kit, plus press the square button. And our energy level, if you look over on the left side, it's 48, 56, 65, 73, 81, 89, and 100. So we are full. Our food level is at 56, so we're still doing okay. Now there's settings whenever you set up your world and how you want it set and all of that you can change it to where there's no food or moderate or on how quick you get hungry. Inventory full. These smaller ones, this is for pyre modules, yield modules. What else? There's pyre, yield. Let's see. What are they? Yeah, we got speed modules, power modules, and yield modules. And that just takes everything and does pretty much what it says it does. And I dumped everything into it. Wasn't meaning to. Let me grab everything out. There we go. Yeah, Keen changed it not too long ago. Oh, I got 4 of y'all in here. At the beginning of the stream, you can either go back and answer the question or later and leave a comment, or I can read it. It's something I do on Twitch, and I'm trying it on YouTube. And it's just something fun. Because this is going to be a short tutorial anyways. I kind of want to do these little short ones to kind of help if you're interested in getting the game. Then you're not having to go through like an hour video or a 2-hour video. And what did he say it was? And I try to recap at the beginning of each one, and even as I'm doing it, I'm expressing which buttons to push, just to help remind you. But something I do on Twitch, and I'm trying it on YouTube. Let me put my glasses on. How many have ever played Would You Rather? So the question today was, Would you rather run, no walking, a half marathon in wooden shoes, or bicycle 200 miles with no seat, just the post sticking up? Now you can't say neither. That's. But put your answers in either chat or in the comments, and why you chose that one. Just a little something fun that we do over on the Twitch side that I'm trying to do over here on the YouTube side. How am I looking? I need to go more that way. I don't think I touched on this yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and touch on it today. Our jetpack that we have, you push the triangle and we can go up in a direction. We just start jetpacking. All right. Now, if I want to go straight up, this is where we talked about yesterday. You push your X and you can go straight up, just like on our ships. And to go down, we push our circle, and that puts us going in a down direction. Over, see these light colored ones? These light colored bushes over here? I always come and check them out because, like this one here, this is food. And you push your square, and that's get you your food. That's why I like being on a green spot. Now, Sean, here's something. If you like cutting trees down, there's all kinds of trees out here. They don't get you anything, but there's all kinds of trees out here. This is where I was getting my iron. I put a little marker here so that I could find it. And see, I drilled down at an angle so that I can just walk down through here. But the iron is this light pink color. And it's nothing but iron. And so an iron deposit is nothing but iron. I can come in here and see I picked up some stone. I can go ahead and get rid of it because I want just iron. And I can just walk on out. And I'm not using my jetpack since I'm having to jetpack so much going up to the side of my mountain. And I lost where I was. Oh, there I am. Right there. So now whenever I put in iron, the only thing it's going to produce is iron. That's it. So I won't have any other byproducts. So I hope this one was a little bit more informative as far as base building. Um, I know we only built a couple things, and as we get into the cave more and building drills and pistons and how to program the pistons, because next I think I will go ahead and put a piston in here with a drill at the head and have it piped over so that we can just have it drilling and clearing out and doing all the work for us, so we're not hand drilling. That frees us up to build more. We'll go ahead and charge everything back up because we're going to need to find some ice soon so that I can get this O2 H2 generator going so I can charge my bottles, because I have some empty bottles at the moment. So as always, if you've got any questions, be sure and drop them in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next one. And remember, be kind to one another, and I love you guys.